Hello and welcome back to the Viking Code School demo for building your own style sheets. We're going to take a look at fonts. So we have our fonts markup here of font CSS. We are including our fonts here, and we have some markup here that is styled with various fonts and font attributes. I keep saying attributes, I mean properties. So we are also, we're including the fonts, and we are also, we'll take a look at it. We are reaching out to Google Fonts to include a font that we did not have called Bungee. So let's take a look at our markup. We can see right off the bat that we have some font-like stuff going on here. Let's take a look at the actual markup to see what is being affected with classes and so on and so forth. We just have a regular old p tag here. So we have our HTML. This is going to be the default styles that are applied to the entire document, inherited by default by all the child elements. So we have font family is what we use to decide the font that is going to be used. It's good to specify a couple web-safe fonts here. By web-safe, I mean you'll find the list in, I believe it's in the curriculum somewhere. There's probably a link. Web-safe fonts. So yeah, these fonts are generally safe to choose from because they're widely supported by all browsers. If you have a font that has spaces in it, just remember to surround it with double quotes. And it's usually good to specify a failsafe in case there aren't any serif fonts, for example. We have a class here, Times New Roman. So we apply that class to the second p tag here. We can say that the font is in fact changed. We have a class of big where we're affecting the font size, and it makes the size bigger. Small, we're making the font smaller. Heavy, we are affecting the font weight, which is going to make it more bold. We have a monospace class. Monospace just means that each character in the font is going to have the same amount of space, which is important for when, for example, for when you're coding, because you want to make sure that all your characters line up so you can accurately see how things are indented, so on and so forth. So that is what monospace means. You just would look up the various monospace fonts available. Usually a good web-safe font is Courier New. If not, you can specify a fallback, which is just like the default monospaced. So it'll just look for any monospace font that available on your system. Cursive, we're setting the font family to cursive, and it is indeed giving us a little bit of cursive. That looks pretty. Alignment. So here we're actually using global styles that are here. We're text aligning to the center, right, and left. And you can see that that is in fact what we're doing here, the effect that it has. If you want to affect the space in between letters, you can do that with letter spacing. If you want to affect the space between lines, you can do that with line height. And then finally, because we imported this Google font here, which you can do by going to Google Fonts, and just basically following the workflow there that they have for choosing a font. So let's say I like Roboto. I select this font, and and I go into this little drop down here, and they give me the link that I need to include in my markup to have access to the Roboto font. And then in my style sheet, I would do this. So I would specify font family, Bungee, and sans serif as a fallback. And then I can use it in my markup. So give this class of Bungee, and we have a little link to Google Fonts here too. And that is what Bungee looks like. So that's a little crash course in fonts in CSS.